move forward out there, we bring Earl in and we talk about the differences. There's one other kind of track out there. Polyurethane is what people are doing now just because of the longevity. In terms of, again, excuse me, if we were to move with the track out there, the track could be colored, it could be maroon, any of those kinds of things, because basically the way they put down tracks is in layers, and the top layer can be colored at no additional cost. Okay? In terms of, as we look to the design that's been proposed, again, it's based upon staff input and focus group people visiting site visits out there. The desire at some point here, and you'll notice that it was phased in, would be this would be 1,000-seat bleachers, and that we have about 350 capacity out there in the portables now, from what John and Rick tell me. You have materials there where this could potentially be phased in terms of this would be stair-stepped into the hill there with the poured concrete. The seating would be aluminum in terms of, and some of it, the first phase that has been proposed there in the first element there would get us all of the concrete, and we would add additional aluminum seating. You want the concrete to be consistent and taken care of in one fell swoop. In terms of the press box out here, the consultants and or the architects, staff that we've worked with, it would be potentially doable. They will design in order to meet the codes and tie in with the bleacher area, those kinds of things, and we could look at constructing that to save some dollars and provide good experiences, either using the construction trades class and or the volunteers within the community. In terms of, again, this area up here, we would have some ADA issues in that, but typically wheelchair access and some of those kinds of things would be taken care of off of this area up here between the baseball diamond and the existing area. The board was given a document that showed an overlay before in terms of where this feature sits versus what exists out there right now. And right now, the press box sits about right where lanes 7 or 8 are in terms of the track. It's not feasible, again, without significant additional expense, to use the existing track, the broadcast booth, et cetera, and in all honesty, besides that, it really is shot. In terms of discussion point out there, we would be looking at a facility issue of a concession toilet building somewhere in this area up here to make it usable relative to other outdoor activities, baseball, softball. You'll notice in terms of the phasing pieces and the cost pieces, it's likely this building piece, that piece would not be constructed until 2013. Again, out there, if we use construction trades and or other resources in terms of the press box, this issue, again, if we're trying to conserve dollars out there, doing it in a phase in that. Again, we've done preliminary work with the Department of Health and those pieces. Again, this building, I would anticipate being designed so that it matches what else we're doing within the project, and particularly so that it meets codes. And pretty much everybody in the room knows that we've had some issues with the county in terms of what's being served at our football games or track meets or those kinds of things, in terms of even the sports boosters. We used to do hamburgers and they shut us down because we don't have appropriate facilities out there in terms of those pieces. In terms of, somewhat of a minor deal, but the scoreboard was damaged in last summer's storm, July 10th there. We recovered about $6,000, and that money is still available that could be applied towards a new football. Scoreboard, we've not done anything with that in terms of working with sports boosters. They're willing to look at sponsors out there. Whether this project moves